Oh, hey there, internets. This is Kyle with another edition of the My Business Launch Secrets YouTube channel. Today is day 80 of one guy's journey from $0 to $1 million and starting a new online business, and doing so part-time because I still got a day job and bills to pay and I put food on the table for the kids and whatnot. We're on day 80 and have yet to launch any product to start making some monies, which is frankly a little disappointing in myself. A bit of a shift in the direction that I wanted to go, and I just I don't know. Anyway, I skin it down. It's like just a lot of work involved in doing this, which is like, yeah, duh. Like nothing in life worth doing is easy. Oh God, excuse me. I don't know. Just find the way through. Guess I need to get a little better about just writing everything down that I need to get done. At least get it out of my brain and just start working down the list one by one. That's what I did when I last year and a half ago or so, I was renovating a 4-unit residential building, 4 little apartments in a building I bought. First time ever doing that, which was fun. And originally I just planned on hiring somebody to come in and, do a lot of the work, but finding decent contractors that were not going to charge me $80,000 for, doing relatively little work. I just decided to do a bunch of it myself, so pulled in friends and family wherever needed to tackle some things I couldn't actually do entirely on my own, but a lot of it I did just literally do on my own. Nights and weekends, bust and hop. It was good times. It was very tiring, but I learned a lot about all the things: plumbing, electrical, fixing walls, painting, trim work, cabinets, painting cabinets, appliances, installing appliances, HVAC, ventilation through the roof, and all sorts of things. So it was fun. But the point of that story is that once it kind of came to a point where I knew I was at least getting finish line was kind of in sight, which maybe this was something I should have done up front, but whatever. I just didn't do it. Some point along the way, I just hung up, I don't know, it was probably like 4 different big sheets of paper, poster paper, whatever, on the wall. I just started writing down all the shit that had to get done because I needed to get those done because I wasn't going to make any money until the work was done and I could get renters in there paying me the monies. So I just wrote everything down, and every day I'd come in and see what had to get done and pick a few things that I knew I could work that day and just started working them, and slowly but surely worked the way through the list and checked everything off and got it done. But that was like, I guess, easier in my mind because it was like I knew once I completed doing those things, I knew what would happen, which was I would find renters relatively quickly. They would move in and they would start paying me money. All I had to do was get the product ready. I had to get the product done and then push out a free house or whatever apartment listing on the internet. And sure enough, 20 people call me and say they want to move in tomorrow because it's all about the market I choose, and I chose to buy that property in a good market that was in high demand. And so I really didn't have to do much of anything in terms of marketing, and I knew I wasn't just going to be sitting around waiting for another 6 months. It took me about 6 months or so to do the renovations, so I knew I wasn't going to have to wait another 6 months to get somebody in there. And sure enough, that's what happened. Whereas this whole online business thing, it's like, well, I guess what people suggest you do is actually just, you don't even really worry about the product. You don't do anything on the product until you find the people that that kind of align with your values and your interests. And you put out a bunch of free content that people find valuable. And then at some point you come up with a product, a course, whatever membership thing. You launch that, and all those people now who already know you and have gotten already a lot of free value from things you've done for them, now they will be inclined to purchase and go forward. So that's just like a totally different process, of making the monies. And it's one where I feel that, I don't know, it's just less, I don't know what it is, less interesting. I don't know, something, it's more stressful, more unknowns, because it's like, if you're just putting out content, delivering value for 6 months, what if you just don't really get any interest and you don't haven't actually grown much of an audience. And so even if you launch something then, it's not going to do anything anyway. So then you'd have to say, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to tweak what my content is, or what my focus is, or who my target audience is, because obviously whatever I'm trying to target, people don't really care. So you have to change things entirely, and that sucks. So that's why I do like real estate. And if I had access to lots of money, I could just go buy real estate and do that. Make that my full-time gig. I'd much rather do that. But as I've explained in past videos, you can't, in terms of cash flowing, you can't make significant amounts of money unless you have lots and lots of capital to work with. General rule of thumb is like 1% of the purchase price of a property should be what the rent is. Okay, so let's do a little maths here. Let's say you bought $200,000. Let's do easy math. $100,000 property. So 1% is $1,000. So let's just say you buy a $100,000 single family house. You rent it for $1,000 a month. Okay, what did you need to buy the house? Well, unless you had $100,000 to buy it with cash, let's assume you get a loan, but you have 20% down. So you have put $20,000 as a down payment, and you're getting $1,000 a month of rent. Although I'm not going to do actual mortgage calculations and all that, but rule of thumb, I mean, roughly 50% of that is going to be your mortgage payment, taxes, and property taxes and insurance. And then you probably need to account for some amount to save for maintenance, capital expenses. If you had a property management company, you'd be paying them 10% roughly. So really that $1,000 a month, you're only netting, let's just say 30%. So that's $300. So $300 a month times 12 months is $3,600 divided by 20. 1, 2, 3, boom. Yeah, $3,600. So you put in $20,000 and you're getting $3,600 for the year, roughly. About 18%. And this is a pretty generous example. I don't think a lot of deals these days are this good, but let's just go with it. So again, you've put in $20,000 and you're getting $3,600 net at the end of the year. Cash flow. Obviously not talking about equity, which, yes, you were building. So if you wanted, so $3,600, I mean, that's obviously, you're not going to survive on $3,600 a year, right? It's like, how many of those houses would you need to own in order to actually just live off that cash flow, right? And, I don't know, let's say you wanted $100,000 to live off of for the year, divided by 3,600, means you need 27, just round it up to say 30 properties. So now, to get 30 properties, you need $600,000 cash that you're using as down payments to buy those 30 properties. So you need $600,000 just so you can make $100,000 a year. Which sounds good because it means in 6 years you've made all your money back, and that's great. And that's why real estate is a good investment. But again, if you're trying to live off the cash flow from these properties, you just have to have so much properties, or else the value of them needs to be significantly higher than what I'm talking about in terms of rents and whatnot. So that's what kind of sucks about the whole deal. It sucks because it's something I really enjoy doing, but it's not something I can replace my day job income with. Again, unless I want it to be just a manager for somebody else's funds, but then you have to go like figuring out partnerships also. Frankly, I am a bit of a loner, and I do prefer to do things on my own, not have to partner with people and stuff like that, which I know again is not what they recommend for business stuff. Well, some people do. Alex Ramosi actually is like, you should probably definitely not partner with anybody because usually it's going to be a bad partnership and it's not going to work out. So don't do that. And he had multiple failed partnerships in his early days of being an entrepreneur. So he's not a big fan of them. On the other hand, you got people like Russell Brunson and other folks that are like, oh yeah, you got to recognize what your unique skill or ability is, and you just need to go out and either partner with people or hire people to do all the rest of the thing that you want to do. And I'm just not good at that piece of it. And I don't like going to people just to say, hey, I just want to do this online business entrepreneur thing. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do. I kind of have some ideas, but hey, do you want to partner up? Like that's not a good pitch, right? So that's why I think it's important to get this thing launched more or less, get some kind of revenue coming through. And then if I really see that, I cannot scale up because I don't have time or can't focus on one piece or another. And if I can find somebody and partner with them or just hire them to do some piece of the business that would help it grow and scale, then I would consider doing that. That's about all I have to say today, because whatever it is what it is. It is the weekend. I was busy today working in my basement office, trying to finish up some renovations there, which kind of got put on pause for a couple months, but trying to wrap it up maybe before the end of the year. Got a couple weeks left. I don't know. Maybe I can get it done. Had to do a bunch of drywall work. I already installed the drywall, but put up all the tape around the seams. Did the mudding, first coat of mudding. So 2 more coats of mud. Sand it down. I have to take down the water heater that I temporarily put in so that I can finish up that part where the water heater is in terms of the walls. Then I need to stain the I need to clean the concrete floor and stain the concrete floor, and then put in all the trim, baseboards, door molding, some moldings around the closet opening. I need to paint all that, all the trim work. I need to then reinstall the hot water heater more permanently. Then put doors on the closet opening and paint those doors. And I guess that would be about it. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it takes a lot of time, especially doing all the drywall work. Just multiple coats of stuff. You gotta let it dry and all that fun stuff. So it's a process. And I'm not looking forward to having to take down the water heater by myself again, just because that's a bear, obviously. But anyway, hope you're all doing well. Keep on kicking ass, taking names, and I will see you next time.